Welcome back to the Case Files, where we dive into the strangest, most perplexing mysteries we've encountered. Today, we're unpacking a case that's been keeping us all on edge: the eerie disappearance of Evelyn Morse and the cryptic game set up by a ghost who seems to know far too much. Are you ready to dig in?
Absolutely. It's a wild one. I mean, imagine getting a letter tailored just for you, telling you about your past mistakes. That's how this whole thing starts, right? The squad gets these personal, almost threatening letters from someone who calls themselves G. And let me tell you, each one hits a nerve.
Right. Each detective receives a letter that's practically a roadmap to their own flaws. Harrow's, for example, points to a botched art theft investigation, one that still haunts him. I mean, talk about hitting a sore spot. The game is deeply personal, but also strategic. The ghost is pushing them into a corner, but why target them specifically?
That's the big question. The letters aren't just cryptic, they're specific. Like with Lila, her letter mentions her cynicism, something we've all noticed. It's not just about solving the case, it's about confronting their personal demons. And let's not forget Marco's rookie courage and Sarah's tech obsession. The ghost really knows how to dig deep.
Exactly. And what I find fascinating is how each clue is linked to their past failures or blind spots. Harrow's clue at the pier, a pocket watch stopped at 3:17, reminds him of the first theft he couldn't solve. And Lila, she's stuck in this constant cycle of doubt, even when the answers are right in front of her. The ghost isn't just playing a game, it's a reminder of what they've missed.
It's almost like a twisted form of therapy, the ghost forcing them to face their flaws. But here's the kicker: each detective eventually finds a clue that leads them all to Crescent Lane, that decaying mansion where everything converges. And it's creepy, man. The place is practically alive with tension.
That mansion feels like the physical manifestation of their past failures. When they all arrive, the room's dark, the air thick with that lavender scent. It's like walking into a memory that's been haunting them. And then the projector flickers to life, showing them exactly what the ghost has been leading them toward: the truth. But here's where things take a weird turn. The items they find, stolen artifacts, a jade statue, a painting, they're not just trophies. They're pieces of a bigger puzzle.
And it all points back to Evelyn Morse. The ghost's identity seems to be tied to her, but it's not clear if she's behind it or if someone's using her story. What's fascinating is that Evelyn, a master forger, disappeared after being betrayed by the precinct years ago. Could she be seeking revenge? Or maybe it's someone else trying to expose the corruption she uncovered?
Yeah, it's one of those situations where nothing is as simple as it seems. The items they recovered, the statue, the book, and the painting, they weren't just meant to lead them to the culprits. They were meant to expose the deeper, darker side of the squad's old cases. And then we get that final letter. The sun shines here. You caught the pawns, but I'm the king. That line leaves us hanging. Who's the king? And where does the game go from here?
It's like the ghost wants them to confront their own failures, and at the same time they're being tested on their ability to trust each other. Lila's doubt, Marco's inexperience, Harrow's past mistakes, it all ties back to this game. And now, they've caught the pawns, but what happens when they go after the king?
That's what I'm dying to know. And then, to add even more mystery, we get the text on their phones. Your fates are clearer now. Keep playing. The ghost is clearly still watching, still playing the game, and somehow they're all part of it whether they want to be or not.
Exactly. And that's the chilling part. The ghost isn't just after revenge, it's about control. It's manipulating them, making them confront their weaknesses, and putting them in situations where they have no choice but to keep playing.
It's a web of manipulation, and the stakes are only getting higher. Who's the ghost, and what's their endgame? We're left with more questions than answers. But that's what makes this case so compelling. The answers are out there, but only if they can crack the game and their own fates before it's too late.
One thing's for sure, this isn't over yet. The ghost is still out there, and the detectives have to face the music. What's next for them? We'll be following this one closely.
And so will we. We'll keep digging into the mystery of G and the legacy of Evelyn Morse. Stay tuned for more updates, and as always, thanks for joining us in uncovering the truth behind the case files. Until next time, keep your eyes on the moon, and maybe a little on your own fate, too.